We'd first like to thank the coaches and administrative staff and all the coaches for the cheerleaders as well from both schools in support of this tribute tonight. The cheerleaders for both varsity teams are at the 50-yard line. In the middle of the 50-yard line are 4 balloons, 2 pink, representing the 2 survivors from the tragic accident of that evening, and the 2 white balloons carrying on the tradition of the guardian angels that are now looking over us that passed away in that incident. As everyone is settling in tonight, there is another football game going on not too far away, with many having heavy hearts. Many lives were changed forever on Friday, September 4th, when a tragic accident occurred in Ogle County. Many of us have heard these same words over and over again, told to parents, friends, and fellow students. We are getting ready, and we'll see you at the game. This tragedy took the lives of 17-year-old Emily Fleming, a senior at Stillman Valley High School, and 64-year-old Andy Kunderman, a father to 4 sons, a grandfather to 10 grandchildren. With Emily was 17-year-old Allison Saylor, who has been released from the hospital since the accident, and Carly Cody, who I'm happy to report awoke from her coma yesterday and is improving. I knew immediately I would need to prepare something for this evening, as those in attendance would want to show their respect and support for the Stillman community. While trying to arrange a statement for this evening, my wife showed me a post on Facebook, which was written by Mr. Connerman's son, Craig. After reading this passage, which I encourage all of you to read, I did not have to prepare anything, as this passage was so insightful and written with passion that it would be best to share with you tonight. Mr. Conderman was married to his high school sweetheart, Vicki Mitchell, on May 28, 1971 in Aledo, Illinois. He worked for the Illinois Department of Transportation for 39 years prior to his retirement. Andy was a member of the Reserves in the Illinois National Guard for 23 years. He was also a member of the Amboy, Illinois American Legion Post and the Illinois Central Masonic Lodge number 178 of Amboy. Andy was a true lifelong learner and Renaissance man. His hobbies included, or not limited to, hunting, fishing, rock collecting, Native American artifact collecting, astronomy, archaeology, and gardening. He was a home brew master, baker, cook, historian, prairie plant seed harvester, photographer, and so on. His thirst for knowledge was contagious, and it rubbed off on virtually everyone he met. He never met a stranger and had a way of making people feel important. He was a devoted husband, father, and grandpa who would drop everything to take care and be there for his family and friends. He had a knack for being in the right place at the right time to help out many strangers in need. Emily Fleming was a senior at Stillman Valley High School. She was very involved in cheerleading, basketball, soccer, music, and drama. Also involved in the National Honor Society and Student Council. She was a beautiful piano player and singer. Emily belonged to Kishwaukee Community Presbyterian Church, where she was very involved in the youth group. She had a very strong faith. She loved Stillman and all the people she knew there. She never met a stranger. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Football players already took a knee. Thank you, gentlemen. At this time, we'd like to recognize a moment of silence for Emily, Andy, Allison, and Carly, and everyone in the Stillman community. And as we have silence, I have a few last words coming from both families. From Craig Kunderman, Andy's son. He was on his way kind of holding off before he would go up to heaven. He told the Register-Star, just kind of waiting around, making sure any of those girls who needed help or were scared that he was kind of there, making sure they would be okay and comfortable. Emily's father, Earl Fleming, replied, "It meant a lot to me to what they said about how wonderful their dad was and how he waited to walk with Emily to heaven." Earl said, "That was just really special to me." Andy Connerman says that his dad always taught them to think about others before themselves. At this time, we'd like to have the student sections get their balloons ready, as well as the 4 on the field. And we will go ahead and have them sent off at the same time. And gentlemen, if you would please rise, football players, you can stand up. Please raise your helmets to the sky. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't have to tell you how loud we have to be, but let them hear you down in Stillman. Give them a big round of applause. 1, 2, 3. All right, Titan Union fans, let's do it. You guys can do better. Let me hear ya. A very big thank you to all the coaches and cheerleaders and players for their sentiment this evening.